Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is just making a really quick cutting board. It's the first time I've ever done anything with woodworking. I know this is a really easy job to do in terms of making a cutting board. I've got the pieces already are all cut out pretty much to size, so I just need to arrange them in the way that I want them and get them glued together, clamped. I'll let the board dry for several hours. I'll pull the clamps off. I'll trim it down to size on either end, and then I'll run it through the planer, and then sand it. And then I've got some sort of a wax mix for the finish, and I'll put a few coats of that on there, and I think we'll be good to go. You want to make sure that you have enough clamps as well. I only really have two. I have a bunch of others, but they're too small. I just realized I picked up these two from the store today. They're nothing special. They're just the Irwin quick grip clamps. They had some 12-inch ones that I was looking at that I didn't get because I thought I had 12-inch ones, but I don't. The ones that I had are just under, so I'll just have to make do. Hopefully it all works out. I think I'll be able to get enough pressure on here to not have any problems. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Okay, so the glue that I'm using is the Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue, and it's non-toxic and FDA approved. And it's also moisture resistant as well, which is good. Okay, so I got that on. Let's go ahead and get these clamps on. See, I wish I had a third one. Kind of put on the end there. Actually, back this out real quick. think if I just get pressure on the ends here, I think I'll be good to go. So that's really tight. It looks good on the bottom. There's a lot of glue. Yeah, and it's real tight right there in the middle, so I think we'll be okay. As you can see, and sorry for the lighting, but again, you can see my mistake right here. Oh well, I guess maybe 20-30 years from now when I'm a famous woodworker, this will be worth a lot of money. but yeah, so now I just have to trim off the edges, as you can see here, and then here, and then I'll sand it. My plan is to take a router and go around the edges and smooth it out, sand it down, and then seal it and finish it. It should be good to go. All right. It should be good right there. We'll see how she works out. I'm not sure where it left off. I know the battery died while I was while I was trimming off the edges here. But what you can see, and sorry, let me get this other light on real quick. I don't know if it's very helpful, and I know I don't have much battery power left after a quick recharge. But all right, so you can see I trimmed up both edges. Here and here, it's about as square as I could get it. I don't have a joiner, so a jointer rather, so it's not going to be perfect, and all my squares are framing squares and whatnot are down at the shed. So but again, you can see where I made the mistake, but I mean, whatever, it's a cutting board, and I think it looks kind of nice anyways. What I did do is I took a router bit around the edges to soften up that edge so it wasn't so sharp. Really easy to do, really simple. So all I'm going to do now is I have 120 grit, 220 grit, and 320 grit, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit this real quick with some sandpaper. Okay, so here, get a little bit better light here. You can see I just finished sanding. I sanded down these edges here. The corners, make them a little bit softer. I started out with 120 grit, went to 220 grit, and then I finished with 320 grit. I left the backside unfinished essentially. I didn't sand any of that because that's just gonna get it's just gonna be on the bottom. Of course, it'll get stained as well, but this is very nice and smooth. Probably smoother than it needs to be for a cutting board, just because it's gonna get cuts in it. But hey, why not? So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a bit, and then we'll go ahead and put the finish on. We're going to put this Butcher Block conditioner on, made by Howard, and it's food grade mineral oil and waxes. And so what we'll do here is just go ahead and put this on on a cloth. We'll let it soak for 20 minutes. We'll wipe it off and we'll buff it. And the instructions here say to make 3 or 4 applications. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get a cloth and we'll go ahead and apply this. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do the back side first. I'll take my buffing cloth here and just make sure there's no dust on it. On the sides. Make sure it's clean as possible. And I'm just gonna dab it on here. Go ahead and shake it up. There we go. Put it on there nice and liberally. Just work it into the cloth. And it's already got a nice color to it. Look at that. I'm going to put probably 3 more applications of this wax and oil on and buff it out. It should be nice and ready to go. And I'm going to do that off camera. So, but what I am going to do, these things called chobs or chobes, I don't know. I'm going to put these on the back so you have a nice cutting surface so the board is not just sitting on your countertop or whatever. So you have some nice some cushions. Chobs, I don't know how to say that. $12, probably get them cheaper somewhere else, but there you go, chobs. All right, thanks for watching.